We want to transition this warehouse into a place where you can train. We are just testing the system in a military scenario. 2 people and 1 bar of light switch, and the light is still not on. This is Ramrod. Today we are at our main HQ office. This is the new one. We are here since November. And yeah, today we want to show you what's inside of this building. Also, what's back in our new cyber training center. We're going to set up it today. Here is where the magic happens. And let's go inside. Okay, so we're now inside of the building, and this is basically the start here. We are in the lobby. Currently, it's not yet set up. We use it for like storing deliveries and stuff. In the future, we will have a system in here. The idea is to have one system here, one upstairs, one in the cyber training center, in order to provide like this for small demos, upstairs for testing, and the other one for like big demos, for example, and cyber training center work. As you can see, it's all raw. We haven't put up our pictures and whatnot, so it's really not yet ready, but we are still working on, we're already working everywhere here. So interestingly, we have floor heating in here because that was previously a heating company that was in here. Nevertheless, the idea is now to transition that to our full HQ. And I will show you around a little bit, so come with me. Let's go and look at what's inside here, where the developers are sitting. Do not mind if anybody is crossing the picture. So we have 650 square meters here, and in the 650 square meters we have enough space for our current team, but as we want to grow in this year, it's obviously that this will hopefully be not enough, but for now we're good. This is where the developers are. Ignore the chaos. Currently, some of them are in break and doing lunch breaks. So here we are doing like software development. This is one of our developers. This is Evgeny, yeah, and he's building like the tactical component of the system. Let's go. Here's the rest of the team, and also here's the testing room. This is Emil and Pio, and here's the testing room. So the idea is actually to have like some space for the developers to test their software builds in order to make sure that the software is free of bugs. And this room is like 100 square meters, more or less. And the idea is actually to be able to test most of what's developed. And once we are certainly sure that it's good quality, then we can like go over into the cyber training center or to the customer. And so in this space here, we have enough space to walk, to move. We also have like, can do first interactions that are multi-user, but we don't have enough space to do like real, like good training. But it's enough for everything else. And here we have some interaction devices, but ignore the chaos. So we're currently like in the process of transitioning over there. Nevertheless, we have like a fire nozzle here or whatever, a pistol, taser. Everything is laying around because everything is developed here and tested, obviously. And here we have one of our systems, which is an older one. It's a mobile system. They are currently testing their software. You can check it out for a second there. Yeah, and so testing is something that is not really, I would say, romantic. It's like hard work, and it makes not a lot of sense, mostly because you simply look for one thing that has to work or not. And in order to get that, you basically have to observe a couple of prints, which is like a text line. And if that text line has appeared, then this means there is like the function has worked, and the next one maybe hasn't. And so it's like lots of hassle and not very clear work sometimes because it's not indicative what is the problem, for example. Okay, let's go. So now we go downstairs, and this is basically the backside. So here it goes downwards to the boss toilet, but we won't go there today. So now I'll show you my office. Yeah, that's basically it for the moment. Lots of space for interaction, obviously on the virtual side on the desktop computers, but I need it for the paperwork basically. Okay, so now we go back. So these rooms that we have here, they are still empty. We're going to fill them with personnel and our staff. So there's nothing in them other than storage at the moment, so it's not really interesting for you guys. Here we can see that. This is how they are looking like, so nothing really special. Now, here we have two more of our colleagues. Yeah, this is Andreas and this is Victor. Say hello, guys. Hi. Yeah, and now we go to the workshop. So here in the workshop, we are basically creating all the trackers and all the devices that are basically ours. For example, if we want to track the input of a fire nozzle, let's say, then we are integrating sensors in here. It's all self-developed tracker, RAMROD XR 2.5 it's called. And we're doing that here. We're doing the prototype development with our 3D printers. So currently we're very busy developing very interesting pieces. Cannot show everything at the moment, but it will be revealed later today, later this year basically. Okay, so now we go into the Cyber Training Center, future to be Cyber Training Center. So the idea is to transition this one. We want to transition this warehouse into a place where you can train. Now, this is the space that we have currently. It's like, at the moment, it's 500 square meters, 5,000 square feet, more or less. And so what we have today is we're going to set up the RAMSLAM, which is next to you guys here and there. Got a delivery today and make sure that the system is set up here. Like I said, our systems are very, very mobile. And so what we are going to do is we will set up first the RAMSLAM, then the system, and then we are going to train a little bit here in order to show that how it is. And it's also the biggest room that we ever had from a space-wise perspective. So setting it up now today is also very exciting for us because we have never had for ourselves this much of space. We did it in, we did demos in gyms, for example, but never in a space where we had this much interaction space. So later on, the idea of the Cyber Training Center is that on Monday, for example, the police comes training, on Friday the firefighters are coming, and maybe on the weekend we are doing some events here, right? Either competitive events, let's call it like that. Maybe if you can beat the RAMROD team in competition, tactical competition, you win €1,000 or something like that. We're up for that, and we're looking into making these events real. So this is the first step today. We're kicking it off, and I'm very excited to announce that to the world now. And hopefully in the future we will be able to talk more about what's possible in here to let everybody train in our own and very near location that is directly next to the headquarters. Okay guys, then when we will start by using the RAMSLAM and basically putting it on the floor. It will be glued with double-sided tape, and it's still extremely durable. And that is very interesting for us because that is so mobile here. You have to turn the lights on, huh? Lights. Turn the lights on. Yeah. I'm at the entrance. Our entrance in the middle. And so the way how this RAMSLAM works is basically we have these shapes and edges, and the cameras in the systems, so in the virtual reality headsets, they are building a map, SLAM tracking map, and they are orienting themselves on these edges. And what we are doing with these kind of patterns is that we basically provide like a reverse GPS. So we provide lots of details. As you can see on the concrete floor, there is not that much detail. And so we are providing additional detail in order to make sure that the cameras can actually see. Now, the guys are trying to find the light switches. It's not that easy with the light switches. 2 people and 1 bar of light switch, and the light is still not on. Come on. No. I will do it. There's 1 bar on, and the other is still missing. The left side is still missing. Yeah, that's good. Okay, come on. Close the door here. So we have these 500 square meters, more or less, and so what we're going to do now is we're going to basically set up all the RamSlam slides, glue them together, and then what we're going to do is we are building a map. So we are scanning the room basically, just like I said, where we capture all the details of the room, and in order to make sure that the headsets and the body trackers can see each other and can determine their own position. We envision that it's actually required to take it out and to transport it somewhere else, because we will have some very interesting appointments in the near future where we need this size of RamSlam, and it will be important to basically bring it, because with those the tracking of the device is much better. Now we're going to build a map and scan the room, and then we're almost ready. So now I'm building the map, and that is basically I'm scanning the room. So what I'm currently doing is that I'm scanning basically the room first. I'm turning around, and after that I will provide up and down details for the headset, and then I'm walking around the edges of the space. All right, that was basically the process. Now what we need to do is we have to flash the trackers and the other headset with the map, which is a process that is done over the air, and then we're basically ready, can start training. I can show you how to get yourself in the system and gear up. First, the straps for the body trackers, as we have full body tracking, what we call IOBT, inside-out body tracking. We have to make sure that we have the trackers on our extremities, so arms and legs. And these are the bases for the trackers, which are basically straps that we wear on the extremities, combined with a duty belt, and they're very easy. It's basically a rubber strap with some Velcro, and you can set up yourself in like 2 minutes and then you're ready. So that's basically it already. Now get myself the duty belt, hopefully not gotten fatter. It looks like a little thinner. I have to make sure that I'm wearing it actually pretty tight, so that is too loose here, because on the back we will have a tracker on it, on the back side here, and if we are not wearing it tight enough, then the tracker will jump around. So just like with the real duty belt, it's important to actually wear it very tight. Okay, so that's basically it. Now I'm ready. I will get the rifle or long gun, and then we are ready to go. I need to now attach the trackers itself to my body. Check first if the flashing has worked on the user too. So I'm now in the streaming. Tracker is here, that's good. So I'm currently configuring the Guardian. The Guardian is the limitation of the physical room basically, so we are not like running against the wall, against the physical wall. And we're like artificially limiting by including a barrier. So I will now take the trackers, which are like the body trackers, and with the body trackers I can see my arms, my legs and everything else. Those are cameras in here, and with the cameras we can actually scan the room, so they have the same scan on them when I scanned the room previously, and they allow us to create a realistic body image, and I add them to my complete body and also on my weapon here. And now I will go inside. That's basically it, I'm ready. Okay, Victor, dann start. Yeah, so we are just testing the system in a military scenario, nothing really special. It's only for our purposes here to internally test that the system is running. And the idea is to have an ambush scenario on a military patrol, and afterwards a little bit of interaction, maybe also force on force. So, dann gehen wir hier rein. Okay, dann Victor, mal die Patrouille, South Patrol on the south side. Okay, Patrouille von rechts nach links. Kannst du sie sehen? Okay, dann auf mein Zeichen Feuer frei. Ich nehme den linken, du den rechten. Fertig? Feuer. Der ist hier vorne. Kannst du ihn sehen? Ja. Ja? Okay. Okay, dann gib uns mal noch den ein oder anderen Schützen. Gib mal einen von dieser Seite. Du bleibst im Haus, ich gehe raus. Osten. Und mach mal den Guardian an, den Limited Guardian. Infanterie von Osten. Da ist er. Okay, holen wir noch einen. Kannst du ihn sehen? Ja. Du machst den rechten und ich mach links. Ja. Sind tot? Doch nicht. Okay, so in the next round, what we want to try is to have like an attack situation where the enemy is defending inside the building and we want to conquer or attack the building, basically. Okay, so now we are doing a force-on-force duel situation. So one against the other. Go. Go. Okay, that's it. All right, so first testing has been concluded. We basically tested the whole area in order to understand how the system is running here. And the idea here is to actually understand what the capabilities are. This is now like a quick demo. Obviously, we will do much more in this big area, and hopefully we will be able to leverage that for future trainings and also interesting events. And yeah, we will make sure that this is a very big opportunity for everybody. All right, now we're going into the kitchen because I forgot that. I will also show you the toilet, but very briefly. This is the toilet. Here's the kitchen. This is my main device. Yeah, if you think that as a CEO you only have like a credit card and a way how to get into the best clubs, this is actually the CEO device where I am vacuum cleaning my office and basically the whole office. So here we have the kitchen. It's a pretty nice one, actually quite big. Teaser, we are bringing our own energy drink, and hopefully in the future the energy drink will be in there to give our people lots of energy. Other than that, it's pretty standard. We are lucky in Germany that we have this fund system where we actually have to store all our garbage, and then we have to give it back for 25 cents. So we're storing them here until someone is fed of it and brings them back to the store. Now, that's basically it from Ramrod, and for this time, next time we will go into it, very deep dive into the system itself. We'll explain the software, we explain the devices a little bit more, what's available currently and what will be available in the future. And we will make some videos of firefighter training and the firefighter software, obviously. And we will also make some more videos about what the vision is, how it works, and what the idea of artificial experience is. So into deep videos, but we will also go to exhibitions, for example, and you guys will follow us there. Hopefully you will like it, the chaos around it and how it's organized, and then actually doing it, getting to know the customers and everybody who is involved in this kind of technology. That's basically it for today. Thank you very much for watching, like and subscribe, and hope to see you soon. Bye.